Hello there, almost a dozen people out there. It's JJ, Great Northern JJ, and there's Rocky. Yep, just hanging out. And yeah, so welcome to the show, episode 55. We got a mail call here. Got a few things that I've been collecting. And yeah, um, but not much happening on the layout. Um, just way too busy with the four-letter word work. It's just been crazy. Fortunately, last night, just after midnight, I had great success. Finished off the week good. But yeah, it has been a drain. And it's a lot harder to do these big pushes at work than it was 30 years ago. Hey, Dwight, he is back. He's back. Thanks for joining us. Let's do the round the horn here. Todd Armstrong, he was the first in. At least that's what I see in StreamYard here. And let's see, he may or may not be back for the show in time. Hopefully he does. Dan, second in. Good morning, good afternoon. JP, you get the third place here. And let's see, Andy. I don't really see that. No, Kevin Brown, Andy, Hot Dog Pilot Andy. And then rounding us out, we have Dwight, Curly Express. And Brad. There's Brad down in New Zealand. My God, 4 o'clock in the morning. I just don't know how you manage that, Brad. But yeah, Dwight, I have to say, my mom even saw one of your shows. Hey, and Andy from Montrose and Highland, he made it. I guess work let you out early. You're able to get back home in time for it, the show. So yeah, it looks like we got 15 people here or so. Let's play our little like and subscribe if you like this show. Come back for more. Try to do this well next 2 weeks. Remember live shows, and then 4 weeks I'll have hopefully if I have time to get these cut, some version of a premiere show, but it'll probably be shorter in length. And I'm going to preview what at least a couple of the episodes will be about today. So let's see, getting caught up here. Lynn McCurdy, welcome to the show. High Desert Model Mobile. I can't remember your acronym, but yeah, I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments. Let's see. Is that it right now? Yeah, we got 15 people. There we go. Lynn. Okay, well, yes, there we go. High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. Sometimes I can't even remember my own name. So, yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? I gotta bring up something. I gotta find something. Uh, we'll see if I can find. No, that one's not funny. There we go. Okay. Okay. Y'all hear that? Okay. Let's turn off that like and subscribe. But please do give us a thumbs up. Helps spread the message out. And remember, one of the main things is for continuing on every month with the legacy of Roy Smith's um, layout photos, in which we've run these at the first or second Saturday of the month. And then the rest of the time, we just chat about, sometimes just chat about nonsense, right? But it's a respite from the rest of the stuff going on in your world. Okay. You didn't hear anything? You didn't hear a gong play? That's weird. All right. I'll figure that out later. Okay. Yeah, I think he would be. But I also think, yeah, is that here with a sick? Yeah. Here, here. Here, here. Yeah. Okay. But without foolishness and tomfoolery, what would we have? Hey, today I just noticed this showed up in my feed, Facebook. This the famous bookshop sketch from Monty Python as John Cleese and Marty Feldman. I had never paid attention to the fact that Marty Feldman was one of the people that had done a number of skits there. That's your complete non sequitur, complete out of nowhere comment for the day. Oh, that's awesome. I think I am too stressed with work right now. I sleep when I need it. You can see my eyes. Okay, let's not talk about that right now. There's things that we're not going to talk about, and that's one of them. There's another one we're not going to talk about, but we can't even talk about not talking about it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to come over and we're going to transition to top down. All right, Rocky's there. He'll watch off to the side. Okay. Hey, Klondike, thanks for joining the show from Boone, Iowa. There you go. Um, I was watching. I was watching Iowa play Rutgers last night on TV. University of Iowa, I think it is. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing, can't even sleep in my bed. My back won't let me. Yeah, this is these are the things we all have to deal with, unfortunately. Anyways, let's not deal with that. Let's get into it. What did I get this last week? So one of the things was, ta-da, Choo Choo Vision. So I don't even know what the heck this is. Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I'm, I'm faking that. Okay. I did see that John Tanzillo got one of these, and I went out and got one too, and it's the auto train version. So a lot of these Choo Choo Visions, they have a cable on them, and I might open up this car and I'll show you what it is. But all the all the electronics and everything fit inside of this car, and then it's powered off of the DCC. So that's pretty cool. And what you get is there's a camera. there. Now, I suppose it would have been nice if I actually had this running on the layout right now, but simply ran out of time to do stuff. So let's pop this. I think I can pop this open without breaking it. All right. So if we pop it open, and you'll see there's all the electronic circuitry in there, including looks like a battery here. And here's all of the electronics. And then that is the ribbon cable that runs up to that camera. So what happens is you put this back together. Now, some people choose to put there's another version of this where the camera is out. Um, and you sit it on like a flat car behind a, say, a locomotive, and you could drape the camera and stick it to the front of that. Yeah, so JP, that's right. It uploads wirelessly. You can connect to it wirelessly and have, I think, up to 6 of these cameras. So if you have the dough for it, sitting around in various places or even running on trains. I saw this other guy, SP, is it SP Steve or Steve's Trains? Something like that. I watched a demo where he showed these things. He did not show this model. I believe this is the new configuration that this fellow, Tom, it was great to deal with. And if Tom, if you're watching this thing, haven't had a chance to run this on my layout yet, but I will soon. And I'm looking forward to that. One thing I'm not looking forward to. Do you see how high that is? This is a auto rack, and then the camera sits higher. This is going to mean tunnels, portals are going to have to accommodate this camera sitting over a quarter of an inch higher than the top of the car, or there's going to be hell to pay. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Usually getting these bad boys through a tunnel can be challenging. That's going to be even more. So I'm going to have to design the entire layout. No low bridges. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what this fits through and what it doesn't. Or I'm going to have to modify this somehow. But anyways, one of the nice things about this is that with that height, this could sit and run behind the locomotive, and you'd get an over-the-top view of the locomotive. You could push this around too, but I think one of the sweet spots for this would be looking over the top of the train, or you can look back across the rest of the train. So I'm looking forward to figuring out all the things about that. Um, there's a user guide that's located online, which I have not downloaded yet. And you connect to this wirelessly off your Wi-Fi, and you have to do some steps, I think, to actually make that happen. But yeah, that's one thing. And so we will have some different viewpoints in future shows of trains running around the layout. So what's next? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we got a box, and I took all the address off so you can't see it. So all you bad people out there can't send me or the sender of this bad things. But this is from Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxy. They have their own show. Um, and yeah, so I didn't bring a knife in here. I got this free screwdriver. It's one thing I don't like about some things you order. It keeps sending you more stuff. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't know what it's like, but I don't know how many of these little screwdrivers that I've got because of buying this thing or that thing. Okay, so where's this from? So we should get to that. This is, like I said, this is from Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxy. And during their show to celebrate 500 subscribers, they had a giveaway. And oh my gosh, there we go. And I was one of the winners. Now it turns out, all you N scalers, you could have had this too because there were only 3 people that entered N scale prize winners, and so everybody was a winner. So here we go, something there, here. Okay, put the box aside and read Steve's note. Says, John, thanks for supporting the channel. Hope this arrives safe. Let me know if there is any issue. I don't think there's any issue. So what do we get? So we got these little jersey barriers that are 3D printed right from Steve's 3D printer. Probably use some cleanup there. There's a little bit of artifacts on there. Yeah, so if we could see that, let me switch views here. We'll go back to the big camera and maybe we can see this. So there, and you can see this like a little printing filament. There's a better side. So this is a little N scale jersey barrier you could put. Actually, it would be multiple of these because you know they're shorter than that. But that's cool. That's cool. Some little detail parts. And we got another thing here. So let's go back to the overhead. Well, okay, I got lots of stuff here. I had no idea. Looks like I won the big bonus prize. I got some signal box. Yeah. So you can't argue with prize winners prizes. So it is there is. Let's go to the other view. So that's a little tiny signal box. Just need to prime it, paint it up, and then stick the top on there. So that's also cool. That's another thing. And then finally, looks like some kind of water tower slash oil. I think, well, let's see. Some both ends of that. Not really sure how this is supposed to be configured, but I'm pretty sure. Again, take off the scaffolding here. So we got some kind of water tower slash maybe oil tower. But that's cool as well. So 3 things. I thought that we are only getting signals and I thought we were only going to get signals and the Jersey barriers, but looks like I got this too. So awesome! Thanks, Steve and Roxy, for sending those out and celebrating your 500, which you're on your way to 600 now, from what I understand. So there you go. Some more projects for me. So let's get this debris out of the way. Yeah, I don't think I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. In fact, I just snapped one of them off. I think I probably, and one of them was snapped off anyways. But from what I've seen in other 3D print stuff, these the scaffolding, I'd probably want to build my own, but it'd probably be pretty delicate uh, support structure here, which I could do with some other styrene. And also, if you look at this, unless they're supposed to have like vines growing off of them or, or chains, yeah, that just looks like scaffolding from 3D prints. Okay, so that's what I got in the mail. I also got informed that something I've been waiting for a very long time has arrived, and they've got more of these at Tammy's Hobbies. And so if you're in the area and you do N scale, let's go look. Let's go look at those. What is a layout with logging trains on them if you don't have logging trucks? So these are from Trainworks, the Kenworth T800, and another one in red. So I got one in red and one in yellow. And they have ones in blue. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Thanks, JP. There's probably a way to make somebody the director of this show. Okay, so let's open up this Trainworks. I have some other Trainworks vehicles. But man, I've got some special trains. So let's take this out. And do that. There we go. Oh, switch the view over. Switch to view. And yeah. So that's a nice looking, nicely detailed. You got the little whip. No, they're not antennas. Those I think are there to make sure that somebody uh, doesn't collide with a low hanging bridge. Now, there's also, and I believe you'd run it like that. That's the way you would stack these things when they're returning back out to the forest. And then they will run like this. And then the logs would be piled in there by a loader. But that is cool. And even the two arms there actually swivel around a little bit. Okay. That is awesome. That'll be part of my log facility when I get to that. So some of this I'm kind of like, although not nearly at the scale, Steve 87, I'm collecting stuff for eventual use. At least that's my story. The Who is it? Dwayne, who's the owner of Tammy's Hobbies was like, "Oh, you want to buy some more?" Because I think he's afraid there's like another dozen in there. So if you're an N scaler, um, those things are out now, and there's probably more than just Tammy's Hobbies. But these Trainworks logging trucks are there, and of course, I don't think this is a repeat, but I've got some farm things, so I threw in some farm animals. So you got some cows, a calf, looks like a donkey, and three horses. So farm animals in scale. 7 pieces. Wow. It's a lot of money for each one. $20. Okay. Um, okay. Thanks for joining us and take care. And yeah, thanks for being able to stop in and pop in, Andy. Okay. Now, who can figure out what the last special item is? It's actually for the end of the show. Yeah, it's actually for the end of the show. Yeah, you're right, JP. Painting. And they look good. A tank? No, not a tank. Not a tank, but it's a famous quote. Are we ready for the reveal? Where some people could see something. It is die cast. Or should we wait till the end of the show? Hey, let's wait. Let's build the suspense. Let me talk about briefly about a segment that I'll be running in October. I'm not gonna unbox this whole thing because I want to leave you guys with something to watch. I am finally building one of the many buildings in the engine facility. So I'm gonna run through the assembly. I think if I have time of this car shop. It looks like a nice thing. Hopefully, I can do it justice. So, this is the subject of a series of a series of episodes that will be the non-live versions, right? So, putting that together. I have the first part of it filmed after going out and playing games today, and I've earned myself a little bit of an off time from work. Four-letter word. Um, and it's actually perfectly nice day. It's going to be 79 today. Perfect day to go into the garage and spray paint stuff. Cool. Yep. That's one thing. They have one thing about Walther's. Hey, Closet Branch, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So I guess we won't make people wait any longer. And nobody guessed. Anybody else want to guess uh what else might be coming? So go back to the nobody else wants to guess. Andy Hot Dog Pilot, you should know this one. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can actually play this background and if it actually will work. More sounds. Looking for a drum roll. Okay. Here we go. What is it? What is it? Um, is it train? No, not a train. All right. I don't know, buddy. A team van. Yes, Andy got it. Andy got it right. Here we go. Let's switch. Get to the chopper. So I've been waiting to find ways now. I had a choice between a this helicopter or um or I could have gotten a American Coast Guard one. Closet branch biosolids facility building kit. Nope. So here we go. Cracking this open, and this is a die cast thing for little kids, but that's what we are. So it almost looks okay. Um, but yeah, there we go. Get to the chopper. There we go. The wheels sort of work. Let's see. Yeah, eh, what can you ask for $8 from probably from China? Let's see where it says what it's made. Licensed by Lockheed Martin and Martin, Northrop Grumman, and somebody else. Made in China. Yep. But look at there we go. Get to the chopper. Let's sit over here next to Rocky. Rocky waiting to get some force perspective here. Um, yeah. Rocky's taking a view of it. Okay. Good afternoon, Julianne. Welcome to the show. Just in time to see the reveal of the chopper.
It's only 9:33.
Well, thank you, Siri. I don't know what triggered that. Okay, there you go. There's the overhead of it. And then back to my mug over here, sitting in front of the 1616. So there you go. That was covers the mail call. A couple things that I picked up from Tammy's Hobbies this week. Detail parts from Steve. Getting back on track with Steve. That we will need to figure out where that fits in with everything. Yep. So there you go. Signal box. And this is a slightly bigger single box. I've got some die cast signal boxes. But there you go. Quite a haul here. I'm setting up the overhead view here. You can look at it all at once. There you go. All the things that came in this week. So looking forward to that. Including these really nice logging trucks. If you have N scale, if you have lugs on your layout, they would be a great addition. Great addition. And man, I must have waited like at least 3 years when uh, when they called me. Um, yeah, now you're asking for it. An outro video with the choppa. Yeah, we'll see. That'd be kind of corny. But then again, uh, why would that stop me? I am doing Arnold quotes on the show. Okay, so we got these parts. And tell you the truth, even though trackside action Todd Armstrong has not made it back to the show yet. Looking back above. Looking back above. We'll see. I don't think I have another 20 minutes in me today, but couple things to say is let's see. Next week is September 27th. That's the last Saturday. So, and it's the last chance for me to really, not the last chance, but we'll be running some trains or something. And then October 4th, I think it is. Um, we won't have layout photos, but we'll have something. And then a few shows of pre-recorded stuff, so it'll be shorter content, and then we'll be back beginning of not the first weekend, but the second weekend in November, where hopefully I will have time and not be jet lagged enough, but I'll have time to get the layout photos organized. Anyways, yeah, that's all we got for this week. And oh, that was the second thing. Dwight, hopefully you're feeling better. I see you got your show on for tomorrow. So people that can go watch Dwight's. I'm tired. Okay. Um, watch Dwight's show. He's returning from the fall. That's what he said. So yeah, isn't this a new thing where people wish people a happy birthday? Um, yeah, actually, Dwight, isn't it? It is your birthday sometime soon, or not? I think that's always pulling everybody's leg. I don't know whose birthday is when. I know John too. Everybody always jokes about telling him happy birthday almost every show. But if you don't know John, Schuylkill, if I'm pronouncing that right, Schuylkill Valley Railroad, not until the 28th. 28th of September, right? So a week from tomorrow? Okay. So next week, when we're running trains, we can talk about Dwight's birthday, if I remember. Okay, so that's all I got, folks. That's all, folks. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, back to half normal then. Okay, that would be great. Yeah, live action with the new camera car. That would be great. It's predicated on me actually figuring out and how it actually works with OBS and all that. I think I can do it, but it's probably kind of like a desktop share. Not sure. I'll have to figure out how to actually make that all work. I think that Sparky has done something like that. I'm not sure if it's a Choo Vision, but you remember when he showed up in the show last week, he had his live camera feed running around the layout. And I think actually he was saying something like you could control the train from remotely. Okay, so let's close another thing up and remember to thank Steve over at Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxy. Oh, Sparky's using a GoPro. Okay, that's cool. Now, I'll have to say about these Choo Choo Visions, they are not inexpensive. There's some dough that you have to lay down to get these. And also, the camera quality is not going to be as good. I haven't tried this yet, so these cameras might be better. But the camera quality most likely is not going to be as good as some cameras that are streaming right to a card, and then you take that out. Um, and very likely it's not going to be as good as a GoPro. But the cool thing is, it's on an N scale car. There's no way I could pull a GoPro around on my N scale car. Uh, yeah. So just as a comparison, let me step out of the camera for a moment, over to the drawer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I mean, this is even bigger than I thought. That's a GoPro, and that's so you can see the camera is fairly small in the lens. So there you go. Um, I I can't even see how you'd even pull this around on an N scale. This thing also this size you would need it. You must have a different size GoPro. This one here is not the most expensive modern one. And you can see, yeah, I have not used it for any of my shows, mostly because I have other cameras. Okay, what does JP say? My Piru module was taken to Portland show in 2015-ish, and one of the guys smacked my through bridge scene with his GoPro tube camera. Yeah, that's going to be the thing. I have to go, and I suspect the clearance on that will not go through a Kato truss bridge. In fact, yeah, I think in order to run this around, you need like a full open thing. You're not even going to be able to put fake catenary wires around this. Heard they get pretty hot, the GoPros or the Choo Choo Visions. I wouldn't doubt that they're yeah, I don't have a double stack handy, but I'll definitely do some comparisons. When I looked at things before, these auto racks are just about the same height as a double stack. So we'll have to see. We will see. So next week, but I don't have any tunnel portals. The other thing though is I have to see, make sure that it can actually make it up all the way through and have clearance on my Helix. Pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure that I've got room there. And if I don't, it ain't gonna go up the Helix. Not in this configuration. Yeah, so I did discover that this camera is actually just that little white bracket piece there. It's just got some stickiness on it, and the camera was actually tilted off of it. So this could be possibly reconfigured to put the camera sitting lower, but then you just get the back of an engine, or you'd have to push this. In any case, looking forward to having that run and layout. Okay, so there you go. I think it's time. Oh, 9:45 is good enough. We made it 45 minutes. Yeah, you can, but this is packaged to be internally done. Um, so they do have other cameras, Julie, that you could put between those. Yeah, you could put a flat car in between it, but then you'd still see the flat car and then the engine. So I don't. We'd have to see. There's stuff we can do, but definitely not the end of the world. And it's cool to actually have this, and I'm looking forward to running it on the layout and running it hopefully with live trains. We'll see. It might be a technical challenge, but there we go. We always have something that goes wrong when running trains, right? Okay, so there you have it. I think we'll snap over to look and see Rocky there. He says, "Yeah, it's time for the show to end." Um, and yeah, be sure to get your entries in for Dwight's coal load challenge. I have one up there with Dan. How many did we count? 73 cars. Something that won't be repeated often on my layout, I'll tell you that much. And okay, we will leave it with that. And remember, next week we're back here again, same time, same channel. And that's all we got for today. So, hey, Liz, just in time to see get to the chopper. Okay, get to the chopper. That's just for Andy. And of course, what do I always say? Yep, I'll be back. So next week, everybody take care. Remember, say hello to all your friends, family, your pets, and give us that thumbs up if you have a chance. And I appreciate all of you who are watching live and in the future. So thank you all. If you made it this far, almost 50 minutes into the show, well, you are one dedicated person. Okay, so bye for now. We will see you on the next episode, episode 56, where we will run some trains, I think. Thanks all everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.